point. Celebrating is the point. We have so few moments to enjoy these rites of passage, to just revel in our accomplishments with the people we love. Today is one of those moments where we can win together. We all do better when we all do better. Constant drive to push harder, reach higher, do better, to try to be perfect or close to it. I'm sure that sounds familiar to a lot of you. America's story has always been marred by efforts to exclude, to dominate, to subjugate, to keep certain groups of people with no voice, no power, and no opportunity. Workers, women, indigenous people, black people, immigrants, the LGBTQ community, all because of a fear that if those people did better, somebody else would have to lose. But the miracle of our story is that as we expanded opportunity in our best moments, we proved that those fears were unfounded. When more people made more money, rich business owners didn't suffer, they got more customers. Prosperity increased for everybody. When people who'd been excluded finally got their voices heard, it didn't mean everyone else had to sit down and shut up. Our national conversations got better, richer, truer, smarter. Our nation is at its best when we realize that we all do better when we all do better. Yet today, we're still fighting against that old zero-sum thinking that's been holding us back since the beginning. We see it in efforts to deny people their right to vote. We see it in the shameful recent attacks on trans rights. We see it around the world, across the globe. Nativism, sectarianism, exploitation, and authoritarianism are gaining ground. We see it in efforts to hoard economic opportunity. Today, the 26 wealthiest people on the planet own as much as the 3.5 billion poorest. And powerful people are spending lots of money lobbying to keep it that way. And of course, we also see it in our policing and our carceral systems, in the simple fact that so many people heard Black lives matter and assumed it meant that other lives couldn't matter also. That's zero-sum thinking if I've ever seen it. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, yes, that I've been hearing calls to shut up and sing for my entire career. Shut up and sing. Okay. Well, as North Carolina native Nina Simone once said, "It is an artist's duty to reflect the times in which we live." And it's also a banker's duty, a lawyer's duty, a doctor's duty, a teacher's duty, an engineer's duty, an entrepreneur's duty, a plumber's duty, a nurse's duty, a mom's, a dad's duty. Remember just how interdependent each of us is on each other to build communities that are healthier and safer for everyone, where everyone can live up to their full potential. But how do we do that in practice? It's a tough question. With a 15-year-old's confidence, I declared that I would become a famous musician. Yes. This, in turn, I wrote, and I'm quoting myself here, will put me in a position of great influence which I will utilize in order to be an advocate for the advancement of blacks in America. I said that when I was 15. But how does one do that? The problems are entrenched and interconnected. There's no clear path to follow. I kept thinking, where do I even start?